It's time to check out the latest pair of Nike Dunk SBs to celebrate 420. I'm talking about this pair of natural raw, undyed canvas premium Dunk SBs. But before we get too far into the details about this pair of shoes that just came out, I want to use this video as an opportunity for us to trace the evolution of the Nike Dunk SB. Now remember, Nike SB got started as a category back in 2002. So I want to remove some of these newer shoes and start this video off with the original Hemp pack of Dunk SBs. These came out in 2004, and they're very representative of the early Nike Dunk SBs. You've got the Cascade Blue, the Bonsai Green, and the Red Mahogany. And of these three shoes, the most desirable pair is the one right smack in the middle, the Bonsai Greens. There were only 420 pairs of these shoes that were made. Fast forward a few years to 2007, and Nike released the What the Dunk, which is a mishmash of a lot of really popular Nike Dunk SBs. When you look at the toe of the left What the Dunk shoe, you'll see that it's made out of hemp, which is a nod to this original pack of Dunks. We'll put this shoe down and fast forward a couple more years and check out a fifth pair of Hemp Dunk SBs. These are known as the Unhemps because the uppers don't have as much hemp on them as the original Hemp pack, but they're also called the Top Ramens because the shoes resemble Top Ramen. So here we have 2004, 7, and 9, and then the most recent pair right here, 2016. These are not the only 420 shoes that Nike's released. Of course, there were also the Skunks, the Cheech and Chongs, the Hacky Sack pack, which included a Dunk high and low, and then some other silhouettes dressed up in Hacky Sack material. That's something very similar to what Nike did with this most recent raw undyed canvas. They released a pair of Nike GTSs to match these, also to commemorate 420. But of course, always the Dunks are the most popular of all of them. Let's have a look at this book. It came out in 2011. Check out the cover. The cover of the book actually has the outsole of a Dunk on it. But not just one Dunk, two different Dunks. Look right here at the back. This is the original outsole for the Nike Dunk SB. It sort of resembles the Air Jordan 1 and also the original outsole of the Dunk that previously was made just for basketball. But then over here, as Nike SB was getting ready to celebrate their 10-year anniversary, they upgraded the outsole of the Dunk and some other parts of it. You can see right here, the outsole here resembles sort of a Nike Vandal or an AJKO with these concentric circles. And notice down here at the bottom, these teeth right here that are present on the newer outsole, but then over here, they don't have the same teeth. Look right here, remember that, and then boom, there it is with the teeth. As we open up this book, the cover is by far the coolest part. There's not a whole lot of content in here. There is a little pamphlet which has cool pictures of Dunks and Nike SB riders. But the inside of the book right here highlights some of the areas where the Dunk has evolved. Heel lining pods, forefoot hidden lacing, internal forefoot construction, the re-engineered outsole that we looked at, injected Phylon midsole, and sock liner cushioning are some of the areas where the Dunk SB has evolved. But let's look back at the shoes and look at some of the aesthetics that have changed. And we'll start with that outsole that we talked about. Here's the outsole on the Bonsai pair, the original outsole of the Dunk SB. And then the newly modified outsole where you can see the concentric circles right here are different than here. And then those teeth that you see right there, which are not present on the older outsole. Another part of the Dunk SB that's changed is the tag on the tongue. Have a look at the original 3 Hemp shoes, and what you're going to see is that the tongues just say Nike. Now fast forward to 07, and you can see that we've got Nike SB right here. So SB has been added, and That's the same thing that we'll have right here on the top ramen unhemps. Also notice here that the tag goes over the tongue, whereas here it's stitched in to the top of the tongue. And in addition to adding just SB, the more recent models say even more than that. Have a look here. Nike SB Dunk Low Pro. So we're getting real wordy with the descriptions on the tongues right here. Now let's have a look at something else. Now remember that Dunk SBs come with extra sets of laces. So let's look at the hemps. We've got the Cascade Blue, the Bonsai Green, the Red Mahogany, and then the extra laces are khaki cream colored. They also match the shoes. For whatever reason, the What the Dunks did not include extra laces, and the top ramen unhemps do, and they really pop in that bright orange with these Kevlar tips. Can you see that right there? So it's always nice when you have an extra set of laces, especially when they're in a different color, because you can dress up the shoes and customize them, which is a lot of what skateboarding shoes have always been about. So I always find it really interesting when Nike SB will include an extra set of laces, which is exactly the same as the way the shoes are laced up. I feel like it's a real opportunity to create a way for sneakerheads to be able to customize and change up their shoes. In this case, it might have made sense to include green laces or maybe even red laces to match that heel. But I think what would have been really amazing would have been extra laces in the Cascade Blue, Bonsai Green, and the Red Mahogany, sort of paying tribute to this original hemp pack. Yesterday we did an unboxing video for the Chicken and Waffle Dunk SBs, and I mentioned that Nike SBs are not made in women's sizes. Just for men, and they go really, really small, so they're kind of like a unisex shoe. But also lately, Nike SB has been making kids' shoes. And that's something that Nike SB did way back in the day, just with a few models. We got to break out a couple of those. And then Nike SB stopped making kids' shoes, and like I said, they started again. Here's the baby blues and the baby pink hemps. You gotta love these shoes. They actually sell for about $500 a pair on websites like eBay, and they're very hard to get a hold of. My wife is 3 months pregnant, and every time we go to the hospital or a doctor appointment, I can't help myself. I always bring shoes and take fun pictures. For our 20-week appointment and ultrasound, I'll bring these boys and girls shoes, and we'll find out if we're having a little boy or a little girl. Very, very exciting, and I can't wait to lace our baby up in these hemp shoes. So anyway, it's been a real pleasure breaking out some of these older hemp shoes and introducing the newer ones in. Let's have a look at them real quick. So, canvas upper. Around the heel, you've got this woven print, or material rather, and it's similar to the hemps, although it's two different colors that are woven together, whereas originally the hemps are all the same color, but no doubt this is a nod to the material on here. And then you've got a lot of black detailing, the green and the red. Overall, really cool looking shoe. You gotta love when Nike celebrates 420. They never do it blatantly. They're never like, hey, happy 420, buy shoes and smoke weed. They say fun things like, with these shoes, they advertise them as raw canvas, ready to roll. So we all know what you roll, not just skateboards. And that's the way that Nike does it. So anyway, happy 420, everyone. It's been a great pleasure, and I look forward to making lots more videos for you.